Hello everybody, Sensei Aldis here. I hope you're all doing well. So for the advanced curriculum this week, I want to work on pinan yondan again, but I'm also going to give you some conditioning drills to help you do the kata better, and every kata for that matter, but specifically we're going to apply them to pinan yondan. Here's the issue. Most of us want to perform our technique strongly, right, with great skill. But our body, probably two things are suffering, if not both. One or the other, maybe both. Flexibility, so we need to work on our flexibility, our stretching, and also we want to work on number two, would be our strength. And we're going to primarily talk about the quadriceps or the thigh muscles today, which is a big part of performing like your kibadachi, shikodachi, zenkutsu, nikawashidachi stances. It's in those quadriceps. It's in the flexibility of the hips. So we're going to work on some drills there today. And we're going to do the kata first, and then we're going to go and apply it. Now you might want to use like your kicking shield today. If you have a sibling that can practice with you, maybe you're fortunate enough to have someone in the family that's training alongside you. But we'll just kind of go over the drills, and then you can practice with your partner either after this or pause it and practice a little bit using mom and dad. So you can use a kicking shield, focus mitts, something like that. Hopefully most advanced students have some equipment to practice with at home. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. Let's bow in first. Kyotsuke, seiza. Shinza, nire. Sensei, nire. Onigai shimasu. Mokuso. Focus your mind, prepare for training. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Slow, deep breathing. Begin. Yame. Okay, great. Now, today I might be moving this camera around a little bit to kind of go over some stances and things of that nature so you can get a close-up of my feet. So, you know, again, I might be moving it around a little bit, so just bear with me on that. Okay, so, first of all, let's talk about some squats, okay? So, to do a good squat, you might visualize just like this with a chair. When I sit in a chair, do I lean back and sit? No, I'd probably miss the chair, wouldn't I? I'd just slip right through it. So we tend to lean forward a little bit, and then we sit. And then we could go back and relax. But I want you to have good posture, so just visualize a chair. You don't have to have one right now, but just visualize sitting in a chair. We come up, we sit down. These are the quadriceps, the top of the legs, right here. Okay? We come up, we sit down. You're going to be slightly wider than shoulders apart. Toes are turned outward slightly, okay? So if you're looking at me from here, feet are not going to be straight. Our feet are going to be toed to the side a little bit, okay, at a 45 angle, like a shikodachi or sumo stance. And we're just going to come up, and we're going to sit down. We're going to come up and sit down. Now, if your legs are really weak, go ahead and get a chair, okay? And go ahead and sit on the edge of that chair, not all the way back, up on the edge. Get in position, come up, and sit down. But I want you to bring your hands up to your shoulders, up, and we're going to come down and here. Up and down. Step up, hands go down. As we sit, hands go out, even with the shoulders, and we come up. All right, I think most of you guys can do this without the chair. So let's go ahead and do 3 sets of 8 at least. Now, if you do 3 sets of 8 and you don't feel it a lot, go ahead and make 3 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 12. But the most important thing is you give your room to say where you're going to be at the end. Right? Maybe you do 3 sets of 15 for number 1, 3 sets of 12 for number 2, and then 3 sets of 10 for number 3. But you have to judge it. For right now, for sake of time, let's just do 3 sets of 8. So again, if you're looking from this direction, I'm going to have my toes slightly out, a little wider than my shoulders, okay? So when I come down, my hands come forward, and then up. A little lower than that chair, so if you look, if my knees are here, my fanny does not go below my knees. That's too low. Okay, come here, just below your knees, just above your knees, and here, and up. All right, so let's start that. I'll face you. All right, so we're going to go down. We hold it for like 1 second. Ready? 1, hold it, and up. 2, hold, and up. Stay with me. 3, good. 4, 5. Now don't bend over too far, okay? Look straight up. Get your chin up. Look to the ceiling. 6, 7. If you look up a little bit, 1 more, and 8, and up. Good. Don't bounce up and down like a ball. We're going to drop. We hold it. Count to 1, maybe 2. Come back up. All right. Good stretch with the quadriceps. Grab that instep, pull it up. Right there, you can use a little bit of balance. Over here for balance. And you can switch over here too, okay? Excellent, so it looks like this here. All right, good. Let's do set number 2. Again, I just want you to get the feel of this so you can do as many as you want. That was set number 1. Set number 2, 1, hold it. 2, hold it. 3, hold it. 4, hold it. 5, chin up, hold it. Look at that ceiling. 6, hold. 7, and hold. 8. Good job. Shake it out a little bit. Now I'm just starting to feel that a little bit. Okay, so that second set, it kind of sneaks up on you, doesn't it? Okay. Ready, set number 3, hold, and 1, hold, and 2, hold, and 3, hold, and 4, look up a little, hold, and 5, hold, and 6, and we're going to hold this for 3 seconds. Number 7, hold, 1, 2, 3, up, 1 more, hold, 1, 2, 3, up. Good, and stretch. Okay? All right, so I lost track. I don't know if we did 3 sets there, but I'd rather do more than not enough. So let's do it one more time. And this last set we're going to hold for 3 seconds. Now you're going to start to feel this, okay? So sometimes you don't need to do more. Just hold it at the bottom a little longer. Okay, so ready. Just 8, 3 seconds at the bottom. Down. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 8. Nice job. Get a little stretch. Now you could actually come in here and do a front hip flexor. That'll stretch the top of that thigh also. Good stretch from your hips all the way down. You're going to feel from here all the way to your knee. Don't let this knee go past your toes. This would not work. Foot out straight, further, and then stretch. Good posture. Good. Let's turn the other direction and forward. So another way to stretch that front hip and the front hip flexors. Keep this up here. Good. Excellent. Okay, guys. So now we're going to go ahead and work on pinan yondan. Now I'm going to go through it one time. Okay. You all should know this right now. I mean, we were spending 2 months so far on pinan yondan. The first half was in April. Second half has been in May. We're in towards the end of the month here, week 3 of May. Okay. So let's just go through it one time, and I'm going to give you some drills there on the kata, okay? Some bunkais. So, let's go ahead and from here, I'm going to face away from you so you guys can follow along with me, okay? All right, so left leg comes in, kyotsuke, rei. Hei korachi. Take a breath in, exhale out. I took a little louder breath so you guys can hear me, okay? All right, we're going to go slow. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju, juichi, junin, jusan, jushi, jugo, juroku, jusichi, juhachi, jukyu. Deep breath. Ichi, ni. And back to hikorachi. Deep breath. Eyes forward, left leg in. And rei. And back to hikorachi. This is a completion of your kata, okay? It's not complete until you do the final bow and then back into your hikorachi, okay? While I'm thinking about it, while we're doing these videos, please feel free to call the dojo. Let me know if there's anything we could do better. One thing I think would be to mic our uniforms or something so you could hear us, but just give me some feedback, okay? All right, so there's the kata. Now, if you need to, pause it, rewind it, practice it to get a little more comfortable, okay? But it's part of arrow number 2. You guys have to practice that arrow, responsibility. You have to take some personal responsibility for your training right now. It's the biggest thing why I'm promoting you guys during this time without actually watching you or testing you technically for your stripes and belts, because right now, this is a mental test. The last 2.5 months is a mental test into your responsibility, your determination, your effort, your perseverance. Right? Testing is about character right now, okay? All right. So, now, what I want to work on next is a hip stretch, okay? Now, I'm going to aim the camera down a little bit, so excuse me for a minute. Okay. So let me just adjust this for you guys. All right, so the hip stretch. Kicking, side kicks in the kata, it's the hips. Most of us have some trouble with flexibility in the hips. As you get older, the tighter the hips are going to get. So one thing I love to do is the stretch where my hands will be forward, like this. Put them out front, like we're going to play patty cake. Put them next to your hips, about shoulder width apart, or slightly wider. Now, when you do this, you're not leaning back. You're going to take your elbows and push yourself straight up. Like take your chest and push your chest up. Now, bring your feet in. Before you do that, so you got the hand position, okay? Fingers forward, push that chest up. Now, take your right leg, I'll do my left, and put it over top of your knee. Right on your thigh, but just above the knee, okay? Here. Now, pull those toes to the knee, like a side kick. Toes are coming to the knee, toes to the knee. And I want you to push this knee down. All right, so toes to the knee and knee down. Now, you got to hold it on its own. So, from here, now, once you have that, slide this foot in, and you'll feel this stretch begin right there in the hip area. Okay, toes are back, knees pushed away, chest is up. If you want a better stretch, just slide your fanny towards your foot and you'll feel a better stretch. Do not lift yourself off the floor. All right, just hold it there, chest up. Okay. Hold it. Now, if you want, you can relax it. and then bring it in again. Try to go a little bit further and closer and get more of a stretch. This is really good for your kicks, guys, especially your round kicks, your side kicks, your hook kicks, that you utilize more in the advanced ranks. Good. Now, from here, I'll face you again. Reestablish that hand position. Now take your left leg over top of your right, toes to your knees, and your knee pushed down to the floor, and then slide that bottom leg towards you. And you can also scoot up with your hips or just use the leg. Keep it away from your body. Don't let this knee come in. Keep it away. Toes back. Hold it there. And relax. And then come back in. And toes back and away. Chest up. Don't relax. Push up. Come on. All right. Let it down. Good job. Okay, shake it out. So, that's a really good stretch for your hips, okay? Utilize that to work the hips. All right, good. Now, again, I always encourage you, before you do any heavy stretching, do some warm-ups, light jogging, side shuffles, you know, some jumping jacks, easy chest. Get the body until you just break a sweat, warm it up a little bit. Don't go too vigorous, all right? And then go into some stretch. That's usually the best way to do that. A good time for a real power stretch would be at the end of a workout when your body is really warm, and then just do a really hard stretch, okay? Hard meaning, you know, really take yourself past the normal stretching positions that you do. All right, so with the camera down here, I want you to look at my cat stance, Nikawashirachi. All of our katas after pinanidan are loaded with Nikawashirachi. There's a reason. It's a very useful stance for escaping and attacking. Escaping, usually a counter-attack. I'm moving back, blocking, evading, and I want to be in position to spring forward quickly and that. So think of this stance as your back leg is like a spring. When I escape back, I'm condensing that spring. Now what happens to a spring when you let go of it? Boom, it explodes, doesn't it? If I had it on a table and I pushed that spring down, if I pulled my hand away, it'd explode off of that floor, off that tabletop. So same thing, just watch me here. So when I do a cat stance and I step back, my back foot's at a 45 angle. We don't step back like this. It's at a 45, so my feet were still at that angle. I'm gonna slide, I'm gonna bend this knee. See, this is a spring condensing. My knee's gonna bend and I'm gonna slide this foot in. The ball of the foot, not your toes. Ball of the foot, like a front kick on the floor. Do not get your heel too high. Keep your heel a little bit lower. Some of you guys are going so high, your tippy toes. Ball of the foot. Condense the spring. And then the spring lets go. Boom. Into my Zenkutsurachi. Again, we recoil the spring. Let it go. Boom. Spring contracts. Spring. Attack. Spring. Attack. Okay, so we have to go a defense. The spring condenses, and then here, this back pushes you forward. Now, you don't have to lift your leg. I just want to show you. A lot of people actually step, and then they do this. It's the opposite. To gain power and speed, we do not step and then do that. We do this. This back leg pushes us forward. See how that slid? Back leg pushes us across the mat. Right now, my back leg is burning. Why? Because it's doing all the work. That's why. Okay, good. Do you get the hang of that? So let me fix this camera. Go back up again. Okay, so just got to reposition this, guys. Again, give me this second. Make sure we're all set up here. All right, cool. So, the first part of the kata is here, ichi. This is basically a block chambering for a yoku manuchi, or a side head strike to the jaw, to the neck, okay? But it's gonna come into the side. So if we're standing here from the left, we do what? We turn, we escape, and we condense our spring, and we block. You could go 1, 2, but practice a kata. Boom, my block, chambered, ready to strike. We spring forward, and we come in. And then we come back here, okay? So here's the drill. Face me. You guys can go to your right side. I'll go to my left. So go to your right. So this way, okay? Turn and ichi. Now take your leg, spring, backhand strike. Good. And then cat stance, heikorachi. We're looking back at each other. Attack from your right side. So lean, ichi, spring forward, strike, cat stance guarding, and then heikorachi. So I want you to get used to escaping, attacking, and escaping. And then here. So why would we escape? If we defend, if our counter strike fails, or it doesn't finish our opponent, we want to come back again to defend, or maybe do a quick second or third attack combination. All right? If I come back here, if I come in, ichi, strike, back, and everything's cool, maybe I just go back into a fighting stance. It all depends. But I want to come in, come out. I really want you to work on thinking of that. I know I'm talking a little bit more today, but I want you to think of that exercise. So here's what I want you to do at home. Somebody can hold up a pad, a kicking shield, a mitt, or they trust you not to hit them. So if I'm going to bring this bag out here. Again, for sake of time, guys, I can't do all of these, but I would encourage you to do 8 to 10 on each side, okay? So, stand here in your heikorachi. So I want you to go to the left side with me. So we're going to look this way to your left. Just like the kata, you'd be going left, okay? I'll do it with you like this. So watch here. So I'm standing next to this bag. I move back. See how I create space? I block. I drive. I yokonochi to the target. Cat stance. Heikorachi. Again, do it with me, even if you don't have a target, so then you can practice afterwards. Heikorachi, left side. Ichi. Cat stance. Spring. Spring back. Fighting stance in the nikuashi. And then heikorachi. Okay? Again. Ichi. Attack, and retreat back into this, and heikorachi. All right, so I would do 8 on each side, doing it forwards a little bit. Again, I can stand sideways, attack is coming from the side, boom, I block that. I'm in my cat stance, I spring forward, I strike here, side of the neck with the head, back to a guard. Maybe I need to attack, and then just come back up to heikorachi, okay? Go back to your natural stance. Again, start kind of close to your opponent. Escape, ichi, spring, cat stance, guards up, and ready stance. Okay, once again. And you can do this in the air too. Don't give me any excuses. You didn't have a target. Ichi, spring, back, and then heikorachi. All right, cool. So I would do 8 to the left side, and then go 8 to the right side. Or you can just go back and forth and do 16. Again, you might say, well, how many do I do? You do as many as you need to do to get better. How good do you want to be? How strong do you want to be? Do you want to win the fight or do you want to lose the fight? That determines how many you should do. Okay? I can't tell you all of that. You know what you need. If you need more, do more. I'm just giving you a start. Also, I want you to work from here. Come into this position. And now this time, let's go into a fighting stance. So our left leg is forward. Go ahead and put your right leg forward with me, okay? So we're facing each other. You're in a right guard, I'm in left. So in our fighting stance, come back, cat stance. So the front foot slides back. So you attack me, I block. This could be any kind of a block, but I just want to work the stance. We lunge, and we come back. Look it from the side. I'm in a fighting stance. This hand's forward between my opponent and me. I go back to my cat stance. I'm going to load up this yakusuke. I lunge, and I come right back. Just in case I have to defend, attack, defend, attack. Okay? So I want to come in here, fighting stance, back, back. Then I can come to guard. Again, from here, I come back, attack, and back. Again, your back leg is doing the pushing, the driving. So on the bag, I'm in my fighting stance. Again, do at least 8 on each side, minimum. All right, so from here, my fighting stance, I'm about 1 arm length away. I'm in the zone. The attack, I escape cat stance. I lunge, I spring forward, and I come right back. I don't want you to stay there too long. I want you to work on how to get those legs to spring to give you a quick attack and a quick escape. So let me go 3 times. Again, you should do 3 on the left stance, 3 on the right stance with that yakusuke. Here, fighting stance. Escape, go with me. Ichi, nikuashi. Stop my bag. Fighting stance. Escape back, nikuashi. Back again. Okay? This all is going to teach you your ma'ai, proper combat distance. I don't want to go so far back that I'm overextending. Okay? I can't be close to this. So look at that ma'ai, your combat distance. One more. So fighting stance, spring, forward back, and then normal. Okay? Cool. So I want you to do at least 8 on each side. I'd most likely, if you really want to work hard, do at least 2 sets of 8 on side. 8, 8, 8, 8. Same thing with this. 8 here, and then 8 here, then 8 here, and then 8 here. All right? That's how you're going to, if you're not sweating when you're done working out, you're not working out. You're not working hard. Okay? The second thing I want you to work on is our side kick. That's a part in the kata that people struggle. So I'm going to give you an exercise on how to execute that side kick in the kata. It's a great defensive position. That's your yokowashi giri. Now, even though I'm not always sliding, just yokowashi refers to the lead leg, okay? You don't always have to slide with it. So let me move this bag and get a couple chairs out. If you guys haven't done that, take it, pause, and get a couple chairs, okay? Or at least 1 chair, all right? Be right back. Okay, so I want to talk today, and you've seen my other ones, of how to use a chair. And I've been spending probably 3 or 4 training sessions on using chairs, something for your stability, to work on leg strength and technique. And again, eventually you want to take that chair away, and then you're working on all those things plus your balance. Okay, but if you're always fighting your balance, you're not going to get your technique or strength better. So utilize that a lot. Make it part of your practice. So in the kata, we practice when I come in here, ichi, ni. Now remember what I said before. Watch my right foot. When this knee comes up, I must pivot that foot. Okay, let me aim this down a bit. Again. Sorry. I want you to really take note of my base foot. I've done this a lot in the private lessons. It seems to help people. So when I'm in this position here in my kata, all right, my knee comes up. This foot must turn. So if I'm kicking over there to my left, I need to bring that kick up in towards my armpit, and my heel needs to pivot to the left. So my toes are going opposite, my heel's in the direction that I'm kicking. Again, from here, knee, and pivot. Now if you need to do this first, here, if you need to actually take that foot and turn it, and then chamber for your kick, go ahead and do that. Eventually though, I'm going to pull my pants up a little bit so you can see that. eventually you want to come up here, and as you kick, that foot's going to move at the same time. That's ideally what you want to do. So either do this, and then kick, or simultaneous kick and pivot. But you must pivot it, okay? All right, cool. So I'm going to fix this up again. Sorry for that, but I really want you guys to see what we're doing in this position. Okay, we're winding down here. Last drill for today. So, with your chairs, I want to visualize in my kata that I'm here. Now, I'm going to keep this chair fairly close to me. You see that? Maybe a foot away. That forces me to get my knee up. If you sweep your leg, if you do not do this, and you sweep your leg like you kick like this, that's a sweep. Right? Your knee needs to come up and snap. That's what we want to do. So in that kata, I want you to practice again. 8 on this leg, 8 on that leg. 8 on this leg, 8 on that leg. At least 2 sets. 8, 8, 8, 8. If you're really strong, you really want to work on yourself, do 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Do 3 of 8 on each side. So just watch here, because I'm going to wind this down. So I'm going to touch here. I'm in my thing. I touch. My knee comes up. See what I did here? I rotate that heel to my target. I kick out. Now, a lot of you guys drop your leg. If I do that, I'm going to get stuck on the chair. Again, you could use something lower, but I want to kick, bring it in, and step down here. So I start again. Okay, you can just stand normal if you want to, but if you want to do like your kata, go ahead here. Touch, knee, pivot the heel, kick straight out. This is the kata position. Bring it in, and normally we'd be setting it down here. Empiuchi, okay? Ready, knee up, 2, in and down. Touch here. Go and use a chair. Knee up, pivot, ichi, knee and down. Kata, touch, ichi, knee. This is your block with the kick, in and down. Chamber. One more time. Touch, knee, out, in and down. Okay? And then just do the same thing, guys, on the other side. I'd do 8 and 8, 8 and 8. Now, again, I'm going to show you how to set up for the Mawashi Empiuchi, because in the kata, we're here, correct? I come up, I kick. Now, a lot of you guys put your foot in the wrong spot. You need to put over here for your Mawashi Empiuchi. That's why you need to kick, bring it in, so you can put that foot down where you want it. Do not let it fall. So if I'm coming towards you, I come up, kick, set it over here, and then I want to be in that Zenkutarachi at the end. Okay, Empiuchi is about shoulder high, you're not resting. So here's a drill for you. Let's do this. Again, you can do this in conjunction with your reps. So you can do this if you'd like to. Again, be creative, guys. You're advanced students and want to start thinking, okay? All right, I'm in that kata, same thing. I touch, I kick, I bring it back in, I set it down, Empiuchi. See where I'm at? It'll force you to get in a better stance. Okay? Set the kata, grab, lift, kick out, bring it in, set it over where it needs to go here. Okay? One more time, and this is it. Again, you could do this 8 times too. 8 and 8, 8 and 8. Maybe do 1 set of 8 and 8 just for the kick, and then do 2 more sets, 8 and 8, 8 and 8, with the kick plus the Empiuchi, because that's what you guys need to work on. In my private lessons, I spend a lot of time doing that. All right, last time, guys. Here, touch, knee up, block, side kick, bring it in, set it over to the side, and Good. Awesome. Okay, let me put these away. And again, when you're doing these videos, you know, feel free, guys, if you get one spot of the training that you really want to work on, go ahead and just stop and work on that. I want you to do a good 30-minute workout. You're advanced students, okay? If you find a spot again in here that you really need to work on, just stop and spend 10 minutes on it. And again, I would encourage you to utilize the private lessons, okay? You call the dojo, let me know. You could email Sensei Rhonda. I know Sensei Billy does some videos later at night after work from like 7 to 8 or something. You have access to him. Sensei Ryan is normally after 5 o'clock. You can access him. Sensei Zachary has some mornings and nights. I pretty much do Monday through Friday, 10 to 12. I know I've done about 40 private lessons since April, okay? And, but I'm doing a lot of the same people, so I would like to see everybody utilize that more, especially in the advance. It's just fun to talk and see each other and then work that way, okay? So I want to talk a little about our powerful word of the month, which is courage, okay? And now, I mean, I'll tell you, you really want to work on your courage. Be courageous. Now, if you don't feel uncomfortable, then you're probably not using courage. Now, what I'm talking about, like if I'm sitting on the floor and my fanny starts to hurt, I'm uncomfortable, I'll sit on the couch, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being uncomfortable with your skills or with your knowledge, all right? We tend to avoid things that make us uncomfortable, but it's those things that make us uncomfortable. If we could have the courage to go out there and do it anyway and make some mistakes to get stronger, because you know you really want to get good at that, right? You just know it's kind of scary and uncomfortable to go and start it and try it. That's where courage comes in, okay? Now, I love this samurai saying that I read a long time ago. It was on courage, and it basically tells the warrior to will yourself to stand ready and courageous in battle. In this way, everything that is difficult and dangerous will be yours. Again, will yourself to stand ready and courageous in battle. In this way, everything that is dangerous will be yours. Difficult and dangerous will be yours. Now, it doesn't always mean that it's combat, it's fighting, right? Sometimes on our kanji up there, it says by Morihei Ueshiba Sensei, true victory is victory of self. It means that you're your most common opponent, okay? And you have to have courage to face yourself, face your weaknesses, make your strengths even stronger, but especially have the courage to face your weaknesses. Be honest with yourself. Take the action to get better, all right? And if you're uncomfortable doing it, that's the key right there. Will yourself to be courageous. You're in a battle with yourself to maybe want to quit. We've been in this little shutdown thing for about 2.5 months. And the longer we go and you're away from the dojo, the more tempting it's going to be, the more of a battle it's going to be for you to turn this video on and practice. Okay? Don't be that person. It's easy in the beginning, but this is, right now, is a little bit of an endurance race, not a sprint. Okay? You have to remain courageous. And it's going to maybe get uncomfortable again to just keep practicing. I think we're heading in the right direction real soon. But again, will yourself to stand ready and courageous in whatever battle you're facing, whether it's an opponent, whether it's a goal, whether it's yourself, a bad habit, or whatever it is. Will yourself to stand ready and courageous in battle, because in that way, if you can be courageous, everything that's difficult, everything that might be dangerous, not that you're going to put yourself in life-threatening danger, but you know, sometimes you do things that you might get hurt, like sparring. But if you don't spar, yeah, there's a little danger. You might get hit, you might get hurt. But you have to be courageous, okay, in battle there. All right? So, have that courage, work on that, and just propel yourself forward. Have courage, guys. All right? Remember to practice student creed. I'm not going to do it today. We're running out of time here. But, again, stay strong. Give me a call at the dojo, 586-727-3381. All right, and I'll call you right back and set an appointment, or you could email at bushido, M-A-dojo, @gmail.com. That's bushido, madojo@gmail.com. All right, guys? Have a great day and see you soon. Bye-bye.